Arithmetic questions require respondents to input a numerical solution to a mathematics problem. Numbers within the problem are randomly generated, ensuring the question is unique for each respondent. Fill out the general fields, as described in the Common Elements tutorial. In the question text, notice the letters enclosed in curly braces. These correspond to variables that we'll create below. When learners view the question, the variables in the question text will be replaced with random values, whose ranges we'll specify when creating the variables. The variables get created lower down on the page, under the Variables heading. In this tutorial, we'll start here and come back to the upper fields later. First, enter the name of the variable. This is the name we surround with curly braces when referencing the variable in the question text. To be consistent with what we've entered in the question text field, we'll name the first variable x. Note that the curly braces are not included in the variable name field. Next, enter the minimum and maximum values you want this variable to be able to take on. Use the drop-down menu to determine how many decimal places the variable will have. The step field determines the spacing of possible values for the variable. This value must be less than the difference between the maximum and minimum values. For example, we could enter 0.5 as the step value. In this case, x would randomly be chosen as either 1, 1.5, or 2. Here we'll enter 0.01, so that any value between 1 and 2 with 2 decimal places is possible. The second variable will be named y, again for consistency with the question text. For this variable, we want a different range, number of decimal places, and step value. Based on these values, the variable y may be any whole number between 2 and 10. Fractional values are not possible since the minimum, maximum, and step are all whole numbers. By default, there is room for 2 variables. More can be added by clicking Add Variable, and variables can be deleted by clicking the icon under the Remove column. Now that we've entered the question text and created the variables, learners will see the question as follows. The x variable has been replaced by a random number between 1 and 2 with 2 decimal places, and the y variable has been replaced with a random number between 2 and 10 with no decimal places.